So y'all woke up that morning and you were thinking about this.
I guess I was thinking about it, how I was going to get out of this, what was I going to do.
Right.
Yeah, and because I'd already given her the check, so I didn't know what else to do.
Okay.
Which was, of course, the wrong thing to think of.
Okay.
I've never done anything like this in my life.
Yes, sir. Now, whenever you bought the bat from Walmart, was that your intention on using that bat against her?
I don't know at the time. I was thinking maybe yes, maybe no.
Okay, if you guys have purchased a raffle ticket for Edge of Paradise Day Spa, go ahead and pull your tickets out now because Vicki is going to draw a number and somebody is going to win.
That one's wine.
Go get them. Somebody is going to win either a facial or a massage from Edge of Paradise Day Spa. Thank you, Vicki.
Destin, Florida, nestled in the Panhandle, is renowned for its beaches and golf courses, drawing visitors from near and far. This picturesque setting was home to Vicki Edge. Born to Mayo and Willow Edge in April 1961, Vicki grew up in Fort Walton Beach, graduating from Choctawhatchee High School in 1979 before earning a bachelor's in marketing from the University of West Florida. Vicki built a reputation as a highly dependable esthetician, eventually opening her own business, the Edge of Paradise Day Spa. By 2020, 59-year-old Vicki had achieved many of her life goals, running a successful business, raising her son, spending time with close friends, and enjoying the company of her beloved dog, Buddy. Despite Buddy's loyalty and the joy he brought her, Vicki yearned for human companionship and turned to online dating. She matched with 61-year-old Jerry Odum, a 6'3" former karate instructor. Their first date gave Vicki butterflies as Jerry's charm and apparent financial stability excited her about their future together. The relationship progressed rapidly. Jerry even got a tattoo of Vicki's name on his arm, and within 4 months, they were planning to get married. Although the COVID-19 pandemic prevented her family from meeting Jerry, Vicki eagerly embraced this new chapter, telling her brother Derek, "I met someone pretty good." Jerry promised they would settle down in a lake house in Defuniak Springs after the wedding. To show his commitment, Jerry cut Vicki a check for $15,000 to cover wedding expenses, and they began looking at homes in the $260,000 range. Around July 24th, 2020, Vicki left her home in Destin to visit Jerry in Milton as she had done on previous occasions. While spending time together, Jerry continued his daily routine, chatting with neighbors and purchasing an aluminum baseball bat at Walmart during the week of August 1st. But by August 7th, Vicki's relatives had become deeply concerned, having received no return calls or texts from her in 48 hours. 2 days of complete silence felt like an eternity. In desperation, they tracked Jerry's address and visited his home in Milton unannounced. The scene that greeted them was unsettling. Vicki's car was in the driveway, but someone had removed the license plate, and they could hear Vicki's dog barking furiously from inside Jerry's house. With hearts pounding, they called the police, fearing the worst.
7:31 p.m., 54 seconds.
Sheriff's office. Yes, ma'am. I need a deputy to come out in a home over here, and she hasn't been heard of in almost 48 hours, and we're trying to get in the house. We just spoke to a neighbor over here, and they said they just saw her boyfriend walk up and down the street about 30 minutes ago, and we're just concerned about her well-being.
And this is where she lives?
this is where her boyfriend lives. Yeah.
And your sister-in-law is in a home?
Well, yes, ma'am. It's a residential house right here, and this is her boyfriend. And like I said, she's an esthetician at a spa. She has several clients today. Didn't call in. Nobody talked to her yesterday or today. She's not returning any phone calls, texts, anything. It's just been, radio silence for almost 48 hours.
Okay. So is this where she lives, the window?
No, ma'am. This is just the boyfriend's house.
So she lives in a residential home. She hasn't been seen or heard from in 2 days. So you came to the boyfriend's house?
Yes, ma'am. Now, when you say resident, she's not in like a facility or anything. I mean, she's got. I understand what you mean by residential home.
She was telling me now she lives in Destin.
Yes, ma'am. Vicki lives in Destin, and she's over here visiting her boyfriend. She's been here for the last couple days, I believe. Her vehicle's out here. Her dog's inside barking. I'm Nikki, yes. Oh, okay. Well, I'm on the phone with the police right now. The dog's in there. That's her car. And the neighbor here said they just saw the man out with the dog walking in about 30 minutes ago, and he won't answer the door. So, you need any other information from me?
Yeah, I need lots. Hold on just a minute. I'm nowhere near through. Give me just a minute.
Okay. There's Derek right there, y'all, if y'all want to call him. I mean, at this... Okay. They said something, too, like I spoke to several friends, and one of them just told me that he does have an alcohol drinking problem or something and can get very confrontational or something, so it's concerned.
Did you report your sister missing in Destin?
One of her coworkers reported her this morning, I believe.
Okay. Where's the sister's car?
Her car is in the driveway, right here with her boyfriend's red truck.
Okay.
Right.
Just a minute.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Over the past 48 hours, a series of suspicious events had alarmed Vicki's loved ones. Staff at her business notified a family member that Vicki had failed to show up for work, missed client appointments, and hadn't distributed paychecks to her employees. Concerned, the police conducted a welfare check at Vicki's home, but officers failed to make contact. Determined to find answers, Vicki's brother Derek tracked down an address for Jerry. When he arrived, he knocked on the doors and windows, but received no response. Noticing the commotion, a neighbor approached him and said, "Jerry just called me. We were shooting the shit, so he's definitely in there." Persisting in his efforts, Derek continued knocking on doors and windows and even shut off the central air conditioning condenser unit outside the house. In response, Jerry called 911 to report a possible prowler.
7:37 p.m., 27 seconds.
Sheriff's Office emergency.
I've got somebody banging at my door.
Okay. Can you see who it is?
No, I don't know who it is. It's somebody banging at my door.
Okay.
Like a guy and a girl.
Okay. Are they trying to get into your house, or are they just knocking on your door?
They're just banging and banging and banging. I don't know what they want, so.
How long have they been there?
About 10 minutes.
Is there anybody in the house with you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, apparently she's trying to get in contact with you about her sister-in-law.
She's my sister-in-law, yeah.
Yeah, so could you go, because that's going to be her, because she's calling us, seeing if we can come get you to come answer the door.
Yeah, well, I don't know where she is. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to talk to them. I mean, I'd like you to come get rid of them. I mean.
Okay. So you don't want to talk to her?
No. Mm-mm.
Even though it's about, and it's your sister-in-law or her sister-in-law?
No, it's not my sister-in-law.
Okay, is that your girlfriend then?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't want to talk to her about your girlfriend?
No, I'm not like I said. I don't know where she's at. I mean,
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
we have...
Banging.
Okay, well, why they're banging on your door is because they're trying to talk to you about it. So you just stay in your house and not have a deputy on the way, okay?
Okay, and I'll come out when he gets here.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Police arrived at Jerry's house at 7:42 p.m. and asked Jerry to step outside. When Jerry finally answered the door, an officer asked, "Is Vicky inside?" Jerry replied with a whisper that sent chills down their spines. "She's been deceased for 2 days." He then stated he would not answer further questions without a lawyer and mentioned an aggressive dog inside the house. Jerry was promptly detained in a patrol car as officers awaited the arrival of animal control. Once Buddy was safely taken into custody, the officers swept the premises. Inside the house, they found Vicky lying on the living room floor, her body entirely covered by a pink and white striped comforter. A large pool of blood had formed beneath her head. An officer checked for a pulse and, finding none, declared her deceased. The gravity of the situation sank in as the officers notified the homicide unit and crime scene technicians. An autopsy later determined Vicky's cause of death to be blunt force injuries to the head with asphyxiation, and the manner of death was homicide. Items collected by crime scene technicians included a blood-stained aluminum baseball bat, red tennis shoes with blood, and a revolver with 5 cartridges from inside the center console of Vicky's vehicle. While in the patrol car, Jerry told an officer that he wanted to speak to someone at the jail about what happened. He was transported to the Santa Rosa County Jail, where he was subjected to interrogation.
Go ahead, sir. Take a left at that first door right there.
Take them cuffs off of you. Just open your hands up like that.
Mr. Jerry, my name is Jason Yoder. I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Office.
Jerry Odum.
How are you doing today?
Well, not doing good, sir.
Not too good? Okay. The deputy, my understanding, read you your Miranda rights, is that correct?
Yes, sir, he did.
Do you know and understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
With those rights being in mind, do you wish to speak with me?
Yes, I'd be willing to talk.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Jerry, is that what you go by? You go by Jerry?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit about what happened. What happened today?
Well, it was basically yesterday is when it happened, and she was getting ready to leave.
Now, when you say she, you're talking about
Girlfriend.
Miss Vicky.
Vicky.
Okay.
Yes, Miss Vicky. She was
Okay.
getting ready to leave, and I guess this all started a long time ago. I got divorced about a year ago, and I had $50,000 in the bank, and I had my truck, and I haven't paid my taxes in about 16 years, so I guess basically I was going broke, you know. So
Okay.
and we started dating each other, and it was at the beginning of May, and you know, she started talking about getting married, and you know, one thing led to another, and she was talking about wanting to get a house, and I was just agreeing to it, even though I didn't have the money to do it realistically.
Yes, sir.
And new cars and that sort, and I guess I didn't know how to get out of it, and then that's what precipitated what happened yesterday.
Okay.
She was getting ready to leave, and I told her that I had another surprise for her, and she put this blanket over her head, and I had a baseball bat, and I hit her with it.
Okay.
And and then a couple of times, and then she said, you know, why are you doing this? And I guess it was all precipitated with all this. You know, I didn't have the money to pay for it. I just I had no way to get out of it. I didn't know what else to do, you know. And so she started to scream, and I put a chokehold on her until she went to the ground. And
Okay.
Then I choked her after that.
Okay.
The calm and open manner in which Jerry Odum recounted the grisly details of the murder is remarkable. His unflinching demeanor was chilling as he meticulously explained how he committed the act and why he felt compelled to do so. It was as if he were recounting an ordinary event, the weight of his confession magnified by his unsettling composure. Several psychological and situational factors generally drive such confessions. Feelings of guilt and remorse often drive individuals to confess as they seek psychological relief from the heavy burden of their actions. A perpetrator's need to control the narrative of their crime may also compel them to be forthcoming. Additionally, the desire for attention, whether positive or negative, and the hope for leniency often play crucial roles. Furthermore, no matter how terrible their crimes are, some criminals still see themselves as good people with strong moral and religious beliefs, which can push them to take responsibility for their actions.
So you guys, y'all been dating
It's
since
about 3 months.
Since May, for
May.
3-4 months, somewhere in that time frame. She wanted to get married, get a house.
Yes.
Just, you know, what married couples do.
Uh-huh.
And you knew that you couldn't afford that.
I knew basically I couldn't afford it. I was just kind of going along with the ride. I thought maybe it would end beforehand, but I kept getting deeper and deeper into the relationship, and I didn't know how to get out of it.
Okay.
So.
Okay. You know about what time that was yesterday when all that went on?
About 10:30 in the morning.
Okay. I'm gonna take a few notes because
Okay.
I forget what we talked about. Now you said she was getting ready to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Where was she going?
To work. She owns a hair and nail salon, I think, or something like that, or where she does facials. No, facials and massages.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
In Destin.
Okay. So this happened Thursday morning.
Thursday morning.
Okay.
Yesterday morning.
Had you thought about this before?
I guess I did. I thought maybe this might be an end result, you know, because, I mean, I went down and I bought the baseball bat, so, from Walmart.
Okay.
Sometime back. I just, like I say, I was just getting deeper and deeper in a hole, and I didn't know how to get out of it.
Right.
And, then one thing led to another.
Okay.
And
Which Walmart did you go to to buy the bat?
the one at Milton.
Okay. You remember when you bought that bat?
I don't know, maybe a week before.
Okay. So last week sometime maybe?
Yeah.
I got you. Had you been thinking about doing this since then, since last week or before that?
It kind of crossed my mind, I guess. Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me about yesterday morning whenever you woke up, whenever you and her.
Well, we woke up, she was getting ready, and I didn't know what I was going to do, you know, basically. I had, you know, she'd been making plans to, for a wedding and all that, to have a wedding planner, and I gave her a check for $15,000, of course, which I didn't have to cover. And, you know, and I guess that's what led into this too. I didn't know what else to do. You you know, I've probably got about $2,000 in the bank.
Right. Okay. When did you give her the check? Was that yesterday?
I gave it to her Wednesday.
Okay. How long had she been staying at your house? How long? How many days?
Well,
has she been there?
she contracted COVID back at the first of maybe before the end of June. We went out on my birthday on June 23rd, and we were around a bunch of people in Destin that didn't have any masks.
Right.
And we went on a boat, and then within about 3 or 4 days, she was sick, and she stayed with me for about 2.5 weeks after that.
Okay, so she'd been staying at your house for a while.
For a while, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and she. Fortunately, I didn't get it. I took a test and I tested negative.
Okay. So y'all woke up that morning and you were thinking about this.
It was, yeah, I guess I was thinking about it, how I was going to get out of this, what was I going to do.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, because I'd already given her the check, so I didn't know what else to do.
Okay.
Which was, of course, the wrong thing to think of. I've never done anything like this in my life.
Yes, sir. Now, whenever you bought the bat from Walmart, was that your intention on using that bat against her?
I don't know at the time. I was thinking maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know.
Sure.
I mean,
I got you. Okay, so
I had guns in the house, but I
Okay.
didn't want to go that route.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess the noise of the neighborhood
Sure.
and
I understand.
the mess. I don't know. I didn't want to. You know, it's like after it was all over, I felt bad about it, and I covered her up about what I'd done.
Sure. You're a human being.
Yeah.
Human beings have feelings.
Yeah.
Y'all got up, ate breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
She was going about her daily routine, getting her stuff loaded up in her
Put her
truck.
back up,
Okay.
getting dressed, getting ready to go.
Okay. Then walk me through from that point in detail as much as you
Okay.
can.
Well, from that point, you know, and she was getting ready to go, and then I told her I had her another surprise, and she put the cover over her head, and then I hit her in the back of the head with a baseball bat.
Okay, so she put a cover over her head.
Yeah, and so she came up, she was like, "Why are you doing this?" And I struck her a few more times, and then she began to scream, and after that, I started choking her until we went to the ground, and I finished choking her.
Okay. How many times you think you hit her with the bat?
Several, 4 or 5 times. I
4 or
guess.
5 times.
Mm.
Okay. But she was still alive after those strikes with the bat.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
How'd you grab her whenever you choked her to the ground?
I grabbed her from behind the rear naked choke. I trained martial arts. I knew what to do.
Yes, sir.
And then when she was on the ground, then I used my hands, and then after that, I used the bat to choke her.
Okay. So you first start out with your hands.
And then
Show me
my
how you
hands.
did. Okay.
And then I used the bat.
Okay. So was she laying?
She was laying flat on the floor, prone on the floor.
Was she laying face up or face down?
Face up.
Face up. Okay. Was she saying anything at that point at all to you?
No.
Or?
No.
Okay.
No. Just kind of gurgling.
Okay.
brother was a criminal lawyer, and he'd be telling me now not to say a thing to you. But he passed away 2 years ago. But you know, I feel in the long run it's best to get things off your chest.
Yes, sir. I feel the same way.
You know, like I said, I never thought at 61 I'd be sitting here. And it'd be the end of the road of my life, but here I am.
Yes, sir.
I didn't expect it when the relationship started, and it was just like a snowball going downhill.
Right. Okay. Did you guys have any, like, I mean, obviously the financial problem, but did y'all have any kind of other problems with each other? With you ever?
No, it seemed to get along pretty good. You know, she just kept pushing this marriage thing, and I kept going along with it. I don't know. I mean, I was in love with her, but you know, I didn't want to say no. And then, you know, then one time she wanted me to go down and look at a ring, and I thought, well, maybe like a $1,000 or $2,000 ring, and she picks out this $14,000 ring, and I'm like, oh, okay. You know, I didn't have the money to get it.
That's an expensive ring.
Yeah, it was an expensive ring. And then she wanted to get a house on the lake for $265,000 and get it fixed and pay for a wedding planner and
That's
get new
got
cars.
a lot of money.
I did have a lot of money at one time. I was a millionaire at one time, but I lost it. I made some bad real estate deals. I owned a repair shop, and I owned a Chevron, and they went bankrupt. So.
Oh my goodness.
So I mean, you know, I've had everything and then lost it all. So.
Well, you're doing the right thing.
I'm sorry for the family.
Got anything else?
No, sure.
Miss Jerry, you probably know we got a lot of work to do, so we're gonna get out here and get to work.
Okay.
They have my numbers in here. If you get back there and if there's something else you want to talk to me about, you just tell them you want to talk to that detective again, and I will be.
Tell me your first name again.
Jason.
Jason
Yoder. Yes, sir. I'm the only one here, so they'll know who you're talking about. The good-looking bald-headed guy. They'll know who you're talking about. Well, Mr. Jerry, I appreciate you coming in and talking with me and being as honest with me as you can. I really appreciate that.
If I can think of anything else, I'll let you know.
Yes, sir. I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Jerry,
Thanks, sir.
best of luck to you, sir.
All right, we're gonna go right across here.
All right, I'll meet you at the car.
Okay.
Jerry was booked following the interview and charged with first-degree murder. With the overwhelming evidence, the case against Jerry Odum moved quickly through the Florida criminal court system. On Friday, February 5, 2021, just 6 months after the horrific incident, Jerry pled guilty to first-degree premeditated murder. He was immediately sentenced to life in prison, ensuring justice was served for Vicki Edge and her loved ones.